Inuyasha.
Yes.
This is a show that I grew up with. I believe it was one of the first anime that I ever watched, if you don't count Pokemon. And you have never seen anything from it.
Correct.
A Bennett the Sage review for
Yes.
an Inuyasha movie, and that was like years ago.
Yeah, that's the, I know, Sit Boy, and I think that's wrong. Down Boy, she tells him down, or sit.
Okay. So yeah, you've seen a review of one of the movies.
Correct.
You've seen the trailer for the new series.
Yes.
Okay, so long story long, you haven't seen anything from Inuyasha. But I have seen a lot of Inuyasha, and since it was one of my favorite things, I have talked about it extensively. So a bulk of your knowledge of Inuyasha comes from me
Correct.
refusing to shut up about the things I like.
Yeah.
And so I'm mostly curious to see how much you know based purely on how much I talk about the things I like that you don't know what those are.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. Let's go. First things first, you're gonna name the character and you're gonna give a brief description of what you think that they're like. You could go for like personality or how they fight, whatever you want to do.
Excellent.
This should be an easy one.
So that's Inuyasha. He's a dog boy. He's half demon. He's got a big sword, which is never strong enough. Like, he always has to upgrade it. He also has his claws, and I know he has the move Iron Reaver Soul Stealer. He like gets a little bit of blood on his nails and then he cuts ya.
Okay.
And every month he has his period, and his hair turns black, and then he's like useless, I guess, or not as good in a fight. He can't do demon magic, which means he can get the blood on his nails, but won't do anything.
Demon magic!
The way you said that implies I'm wrong.
No, I was just very excited to hear it referred to in this way. It would be like if someone were talking about Dragon Ball and they referred to Goku having Saiyan magic. You did extremely well. You misnamed the attack. Iron Reaver Soul Stealer is simply when he takes his claws and cuts you with his claws.
Oh no.
Blades of Blood is what you're thinking of. Also should be a relatively easy one.
This one's Kagome. I love her hair. Oh, I'm always a sucker for this kind of hairstyle in old anime.
Yeah, with the one side bang poof out.
Yeah, and
yeah.
when they face forward, you can tell the mangaka's like, fuck. So she's got a bow and arrow. She's the descendant of like some fancy shrine maiden. She controls Inuyasha. He's got that sick necklace. That's how she controls him. They're also friends. It's not like a master servant kind of deal. It's more of a, oh, I'm a demon, I might hurt you. This way you can say, sit boy, and then you can stop me dead in my tracks. I don't think Kagome does much. She's from modern, at the time, Japan. She lives near a well. She has friends.
Good for her!
And that's Kagome.
As a quick, fun guess, Kagome has a fast food place that she frequents all the time with her friends.
All right.
Just for fun, can you wildly guess what fast food place it is?
McDonald's.
Yeah! Oh my gosh! There are some minor details here and there that it's like you said the wrong word for it, but like who gives a shit? So I know that Inuyasha and Kagome are here. You can just ignore them.
Okay.
From left to right, this is gonna be harder.
It is.
From left to right, just attempt to come up with a name. Guess their role in the party, whatever you can muster.
Okay, so we're starting with girl over here.
Yes.
That's Asami. She is from a warrior tribe. They use also bows and arrows. Older and more mature, but she's not the mom of the group. She's more just like the smart one. Like the gang will be like, oh no, how do we handle this? He's all the way over there. And she'll be the one to point out what to do, but it's the others who like actually do it. That's Asami. In her lap is Kyubei, and Kyubei can fly, but it's a bit like Togepi, where you think they're weak and helpless, but they're actually the strongest member of the team. Next is Takeo, and I know him. He's the horn dog. He's the pervy Brock-esque character who hits on all the girls. And he has a black hole in his hand that sucks up literally everything, so they have to fill all the bad guys, like, armies with the poisonous bugs, because if he sucks up a poison bug, he gets poisoned. So the poison bugs are a constant, because he's overpowered. He's a monk. Then it's Inuyasha and Kagome, and that's Kitsune Boy.
That's his name.
That's his name. They just call him Kitsune, but the full name is Kitsune Boy.
Yeah. If you're watching the Japanese version, it's Kitsune-chan.
Yeah, exactly. He is just cute. He can fight technically, but he doesn't. Like he's like worse Yamcha, where in a world where everyone else has gone, he can do something, but you don't need him to do something. He's probably good at stealing stuff.
So you actually, I think you were wildly guessing with Sango. You actually got her kind of close. You said like she was like a warrior. She does not fight with like bows and arrows, but yep, she is a demon hunter.
Okay.
And the little cat is Kirara or Kilala, depending on who you ask.
Is Kilala the thing that turns into the flying potato?
No, she does not become flying potato. She can fly. So you got that. She is not very similar to Togepi in that it is pretty immediately established that she is a cat who can turn into a big cat. And she's like relatively strong. There's not much more to her than that.
More similar to like Caraberos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, yeah. So I guess Sango's a magical girl.
Yo, she'd be such a cute magical girl.
She really would.
I love her colors.
Yes. Aside from Takeo's name, you absolutely nailed Moroku. Probably because I've talked about him very extensively.
We've basically now run the gambit of the thing you complain about the most.
Yeah.
Which is
with the bugs.
The poison bugs.
Yeah. Shippo, he doesn't do much.
He's there to be cute.
Yeah, to have some funny moments and to bicker.
Okay, so this one is Troglin.
Troglin! Troglin!
And I'm gonna describe Troglin as being, Pilaf.
Yes.
And how he's like a one-off villain, but he's kind of just goofy and not really a threat. Mm-hmm. That's what Troglin is. Like, Inuyasha and friends don't even recognize him.
Okay.
But he thinks they're like arch rivals.
Okay.
So that's him. You've said her name.
I have said her name.
Sanjo.
Okay.
That's her name.
Okay.
I don't even think that's a real name.
No.
Sanjo. She is an orphan. Her parents probably died to evil man, some bad guy. And so now she's an orphan, and she just is a kid and not special in any way, but she's cute and gets to tag along with this wacky team. Which is, of course, led by Soshomaru.
Yeah!
That's Inuyasha's full demon brother. He's gorgeous and perfect and my husband. He's like super duper mega strong. What a nightmare to draw this character over and over again. Look at all these details. He's a full demon, which is why he doesn't get the cute dog ears.
Unfortunately.
No. He's kind of a villain at first, but then he's more like an anti-hero, and he's a cool guy, and he's my favorite.
Nice. What did you fucking call him? Like...
Troglin.
Troglin. So Jockin is like a little goon. He's like a little minion. So I guess calling him Pilaf-esque would be accurate, but more so if Pilaf were the minion to someone else.
Like if Mai were in charge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Rin. Yep. Her role is she be cute.
She's just a cute accessory for Sashomaru.
I'm gonna say she's a more successful version of Shippo. Because if it were just these two assholes, then it's just a douche and his pet frog. But once you add her, it's a traveling party.
Yeah.
With heart and life.
I'd play this RPG.
Yeah, absolutely. You perfectly nailed Sashomaru. Again, it's very clear what I've talked about. All right. I believe in you.
Okay. Moropa.
Moropa.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's undead. She's not a ghost, but she's not a demon, and she's not a zombie. She's undead. But the mirror, if you look in the mirror, you die. She takes your soul. I'm assuming they're villains. That's what I'm rolling with. There's a lot of purple and there's the bugs. Clearly, they're evil. So that's what she do. She's like the hidden, sneaky one.
Gotcha.
You're having cool sword fights with the other guys. But then she shows up and just shows mirror and you look at your reflection and you're dead! The mirror is the gimmick.
Okay.
She's not a character. She doesn't talk. I'm struggling to figure out if this is a very pretty man or a very pretty lady. So that's Ryoma.
Ryoma.
Yes. He is the leader of this little group. He's basically Sashomaru, but full evil. Not a demon, though. I can see those flat ears. Human, demon hunter, but like evil. These two are twins. Obviously, they have the same
I was gonna
hairdo.
say, is it because their hair is the same?
Oh, but one's a demon. Fascinating. I'm gonna roll with that, though.
Okay, okay.
They're twins, but like, they would have been a half if they were just one person. They would have been a half demon, like Inuyasha.
Oh, but they split and she took all demon.
Yes. And one is more ninja.
Mm-hmm.
The human is more ninja, and the other one is more fan kimono dancer girl, but like with blades. Their gimmick is one's more aggressive and the other is like they're both still evil, but one's like the fighty, sassy one, and the other is more like serious about it. Oh, I didn't give them names. Len and Lynn.
I was really hoping you were gonna go full vocal. We
already had
Yes, Len and Rin.
We already had a Rin.
That's true. That's
so
true.
I was like, I can't do that.
Yeah. So.
I was so wrong.
You pretty much nailed Kana.
Yeah.
You.
That's Naraku?
Yeah, that's the big bad.
Oh.
That's the ultimate evil. And you were actually kind of close with the guess of human. He is actually a half demon.
But why doesn't he have cat ears?
So Naraku's kind of a weird one. I'm gonna try to keep this brief, but basically, the reason why he is a half demon is not through birth. Naraku wasn't born. There was a human man, and his name was Onigumo.
Okay.
He basically pulled in a bunch of demons, and they merged with him. And so he is a less conventional half-demon.
Kind of like Greedling from Fullmetal Alchemist. Greed is a lot of demons.
Yeah. So yeah.
Wow. I should have guessed
Except not two split personalities. He's just one.
I should have guessed that's Naraku, because I always fall in love with the bad guys.
You do.
They're my favorite aesthetic. It's because they always wear purple. Did I get Kohaku and Kagura right?
So, no, you didn't. It's fascinating. They aren't related at all. They do form a bond, but it's out of friendship-ish. Kohaku is human. He is actually,
He?
Oh, did you think Kohaku was a girl?
I did. I was struggling with Naraku. I thought 1,000,000% Kohaku was a girl.
You can't see, like, much of Kohaku here.
No.
So, that's totally fine. Yeah, Kohaku is a boy. He is a human, and he is the brother of Sango, from the hero team with the cat.
The girl.
Yeah.
The warrior girl.
Yeah, the magical girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is her little brother. He has been captured and has been somewhat brainwashed by Naraku. He's kind of used as like bait for the heroes a lot. Because they don't want to kill him, but he's also trying to kill them, so. And Kagura is a lot. She's complex. She is a wind demon.
Oh, okay.
So demons in this series are typically either based on animals or an element. And I'm sure that there are some in between, but that's the general rule. And her theme is wind. But she's also like a necromancer. Whatever. She is a bad person, but she doesn't like Naraku. And she wants to be free, like the wind. And she kind of develops a friendship with Kohaku because he's being held prisoner and she feels like she's being held prisoner.
Is Kana a demon?
She is. So Kana and Kagura are technically like aspects of Naraku. Since he has so many demon bits and he's really strong, he can just kind of like make new like asexually reproduce, basically.
Like Father and the Homunculi.
Yeah, okay. yeah, literally exactly like that. Wowie zowie.
I'm doing great.
You're not doing bad at all. So which of these items is the key plot device? So all of the items you're about to see are important, but like the big one.
Okay, so I'm gonna say the big one is this first picture of like glowy shards. I think that's what I'm looking at up there.
Sparkle Boy necklace?
Sparkle Boy necklace.
Okay.
Because they've got to collect all the pieces of the evil Triforce or whatever.
Yes.
And that will destroy Naraku because it's like a little shard of each of his demons. And then if they can get that, they can like mess it up and destroy Naraku. I know it's not this one, because that's Inuyasha's necklace.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure it's not that one, because that looks like Nanachi's mirror. That's a different name from what I even gave her.
Kana, but yeah.
And
Nanachi works. Basically the same.
Which means I was left with the top two.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume the other one up there is just, like, it's another gimmicky power thing. I'm sure it does something.
It's very, very important for, like, one scene.
Does that mean I'm right?
Yeah.
Ta-da!
So, you did it. You guessed what the plot device was.
Uh-oh.
How was this plot device made? A. Murdering 10 children and dipping an ordinary necklace in their blood. B. Shot out of an ancient warrior maiden's chest. C. Big ol' magic oyster. D. Oyster. D. Stolen from the goddess of death.
I'm leaning towards B, just because Kagome's ancestor was like a warrior maiden, kind of. But I'm gonna go with C, because you can't make that shit up. I certainly can't.
Well, unfortunately for you, I can make that shit up.
Oh, I thought it was like, I'm the death oyster. Pry me open for delicious meats and demon shit.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So the origin of the jewel is pretty complicated. So in order to, make it more easy to understand, I wrote a very brief summary. The first scene in Inuyasha is the man in question attempting to steal the Shikon jewel. What did he want it for? A, to keep it away from a demon who wanted it for world domination. B, to use it to resurrect his full demon father who passed away before he was born. C, to become completely human. Or D, to become completely demon.
A sounds like the most reasonable, but I'm also worried that I'm just thinking this guy was ahead of the game, like that guy in the first episode of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. So I'm gonna go...
Inuyasha is the ice alchemist.
So instead I'm gonna go with D.
You fucking nailed
Oh
it!
my gosh!
That boy wants to become a demon. And again, Inuyasha's a pretty complex guy. You might need to pause to read this, but here's the explanation. Alright, so you already know this, but half-demons all have a time of the month. A day where they lose their powers and become completely human. When is Inuyasha's time? A, the new moon, B, the full moon, C, half moon waxing, D, half moon waning.
Okay, so it's definitely A or B.
What? Not half moon? I tried really hard to fill out this multiple choice.
They're great options.
Thank you.
New moon or full moon? I'm gonna go with new moon.
You did it again!
Yeah! So
You're the Inuyasha lore master.
I went with new moon because from like an anime manga standpoint, you can have a whole bunch of cool shots of like Inuyasha posing in front of a full moon and him being like demon and cool. You can't do that with a new moon. So
what a fascinating
if
reason.
you can't have the moon in the background to look cool,
What's the point? I mentioned earlier that demons are typically based off of elements or an animal. I'm gonna give you some demons, and you're gonna guess what type of demon they are. So, what type of demon is this? Is he a hyena, a horse, a wolf, or a squirrel?
This is hard because I'm gonna be honest, even though we saw him earlier, I was kind of fusing the perv boy with this guy. I just assumed they were the same character.
Ah, so you've seen glimpses of this guy.
I think so.
And of the pervy monk.
Correct.
And you've mashed them into one being.
Hyena and squirrel are both very, very possible, but with that ponytail, I've got to go with horse. He's a horse demon.
He's a wolf.
What? I mean, I see his tail back there. He looks nothing like Inuyasha.
Yep, he is a wolf. He and Inuyasha do not get along very well. His name is Koga. He goes fast. The actual answer is he is hedgehog.
Why isn't he a horse then? Horses are fast.
Because I don't know. What type of demon is this?
Flea.
Flea!
Yeah!
Yeah, cause dogs!
Yeah, cause I saw his like gooby mouth, and I'm like, so that's a bug. For
Very
sure.
fair. That's why I picked Rhinoceros, Beetle, and Fly. Because
Fly
I was
almost
hoping.
got me.
Yeah.
Water bear.
But how cool? How cool would it be? Like it'd be real small.
Like he could shrink.
Yeah, but
Does this guy do anything?
He is the lore keeper. He is exposition man. He is the one who knows everything, but he is also a coward. So that way you can have him pop in, explain some things, but then he runs away, so that you don't have to like
Have him
deal
fight.
with it's me, expositing man. What type of demon is this?
Horse.
Answer all of them.
What? What? I've never seen this guy.
His name is Jinenji.
Hi.
He's technically a half demon.
Why does he look like that? Why does he have claws? Horses don't have claws.
You know.
He's got the horse face in every sense of the word, but no beautiful mane. What happened?
So,
Explain.
Jinenji's mom explains that not every half demon is as lucky as Inuyasha to be born looking pretty, because since half demons are technically like half transformed, you can end up with some not so cute results.
I'm assuming he's nice.
He's
a sweetie
wonderful.
pie.
He lives on a farm with his ma, and he's like an herbalist. We're at the home stretch here.
Okay.
So a lot of teenage girls watched this growing up.
Yeah.
And we all had our husband. Based purely on appearance, who would have been your husbando if you had watched the show growing up? And I will say, this isn't all of the cute guys that appear in Inuyasha. These are just the main guys. So the ones who have the most fan arts and fanfics of them.
That makes sense.
Pick your poison.
Okay, so baby me would have definitely been into
Koga?
Koga. He's like kind of a jerk, but still pretty. I wouldn't have been into Inuyasha because he's taken. Kagome likes him.
How respectful of you.
Yeah, and Takeo was a perv. He's
Moroku.
That's it. So current me is all over Sashomaru and Naraku. Yes. But Babby version me would have super been into Koga.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
Why
Why isn't he a horse?
Because wolves, man, in the pack.
Horse.
Wolves are cool, that's it.
You're not wrong.
So, fun fact, baby Allison had a crush on Moroku.
Oh, why?
I don't know. It was
He's
like,
the least pretty one here.
so I still think he's pretty cute.
I mean,
But
they're
like-
all cute.
But like, he is by far, in my opinion, like the least interesting or like cool husbando that one can have. And I don't know why I latched onto this motherfucker. He's kind of a dick.
He's the weakest option here.
Yes, I don't know. I don't know what baby me was thinking. Current me, I guess I'd say Inuyasha. I think he's neat. So, best girl.
Alrighty.
Pick your best girl.
She looks different down here. That's warrior.
Yeah. She is, since she is a magical girl, she is one of the only few characters who has two outfits.
Nice.
And so she has like her regular I'm just chillin' clothes, and then she has battle mode.
Battle mode, which means harder to draw.
Yes.
So I was leaning towards, I assume that's Kagome's ancestor up here.
Yes.
Cause she has pretty hair.
Yeah.
But warrior girl, Sango?
Sango, yeah.
Sango, she just looks so cool, so I'm gonna go with her.
Good pick!
Yay!
Good pick! She was mine too.
Yay! Well, I mean, look at her. She's
Look
like,
at her!
She's cool and confident, and she's like a samurai warrior.
Yeah. She's like the most together character in the whole show.
What is she?
But she's like still nice. She's not like a know-it-all about it. She's just a good person and like actually competent.
What is she carrying then?
She's carrying, I cannot pronounce it. I always thought of it as a big boomerang.
Is that what it is?
It's a gargantuan boomerang and it's like extremely heavy. It's a big boomerang. You did it!
Yay!
You made it through to the end.
Wow! I did great.
You did awesome! You did excellently. This was a delight.
It was. So you're welcome that I taught you everything you need to know. About
Absolutely.
Inuyasha.
Thank you, Lore Keeper.
Like what, Troglin.
Yeah. Everyone's favorite hero, Troglin. And Koga the horse.
Koga the horse.
And Takeo the pervert.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching.
Yeah! Tune in next week for not this kind of content. I don't.
Will Allison make a video like this again? Find out next week on Allison Draws Something Scary.
Bye-bye.
I was reading interview on your screen and I blacked out and I just saw the second half of the word. I'm like, you spelled review wrong. And I'm like, no.
Interview.
It's like, you did spell review wrong. You spelled a different word.
I think his hair is more brunette in other lighting.
I'm getting a spam call.
You didn't put it on silent. Now you're trapped.
This is a real.
That
Don't
was a
stop
master
trying to
class of
call me.
acrobatics.
Okay. Here I am.